Welcome to JIBRIN ANGLE on OWELEKETV. Once again, my name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. We have again, as always, Barrister Austin Manta to help us to discuss some issues. Sometime was it 2 weeks ago? There is a bill. I don't know if it has passed through the first reading or they just took it to National Assembly. A bill that will arm. I think they are proposing to arm road safety corps. Are you aware of such news? Such stories, no longer news.
It has been passed, but it's going through the.
Yeah. So, what is your thought on that? Whatever. I mean, to arm road safety corps. I don't understand. Why do they first? What is the essence? What is the sense behind that road safety corps? What do they need arms for? In the first place, the truth is that road safety of a thing, road safety and Nigerian Civil Defense Corps all of them are doing police job. I remember those days before Babangida formed all this crazy stuff. Police was the one doing all those things, and that's supposed to be their responsibility. In a civilized setup, even in the US, it's like that. Police does everything. The only thing is that every police, they have their departments. Every police, the police have specialties in this. We have the police that are responsible for transport. They call them transport police. I have the forest police. We have the park police. We have and that's just it. Then the one for the vehicle inspection, whatever, police, and that was how the Nigerian police was. They were basically doing all these things until they split up. I don't even know now. Road safety has taken over from what the police was supposed to be doing. That has to do with taking care of safety on our roads. If you are talking about safety, for God's sake, can you make sense out of arming someone that actually wants to enforce safety? So you want to tell me if I'm not putting on a seatbelt, or if you ask me to stop and I refuse to stop, the next thing you open fire at me? Is that what it means? Barrister, what do you think about this crazy bill that they are trying to push through the system?
Pictures of American policemen that stop drivers and the next thing their hand is on their pistol, telling you to come out, put up your hands or they will shoot you. Now you are laughing, but the JIBRIN has become a laughable entity. You have the police doing all these jobs that new entities have been created to do. Now, why did we now create it in the first place? We say, okay, the police are not well trained and well equipped. Is the answer not to train the police and equip them better? Or the answer is creating another agency that will end up being just like the police? Now, you created the road safety. Within the police, the VIO department is still there. Within that police, highway patrol is still there.
Yeah.
So you now have police patrolling the road. You have federal road safety patrolling the road. Every state has created their own state road agency. In Kaduna, for instance, we have Castelia. So you now pass one road, you see Castelia officials standing there. You go ahead, you see road safety people standing there. You go ahead, you see federal highway patrol standing there. Still later, you see VIO people standing there, all doing virtually the same job. I don't know the mentality. In Nigeria, we create agency to give people director general. We give people commander general, give them massive jeeps and entourage. That is what is happening in Nigeria. More and more bills continue to come to the National Assembly to create agency upon agency upon agency. That is what is happening in Nigeria. We do not need even the road safety. The states are creating their road safety equivalent of road safety in their state. So why do we have a national road safety? Doing the same job that the states already have agencies for. So these are the things. The OWELEKETV report was created to review the federal government agencies. By the way, we had over 540 federal government agencies. So the OWELEKETV report was created to review those agencies, decide which one to cancel, which one to merge with the others. That report has been put in the dust for all this while. Nobody has the mind to bring it out, dust it up, and implement it. Merge the federal road safety, merge whatever agency into one. Let them do the job. It will reduce cost of governance. It will reduce confusion in the public, because there are so many uniforms in Nigeria that even some of us do not understand. Some of them we have to ask to know the agency that is wearing this type of uniform. It's a confused state we are in. We don't need the federal road safety. Why are they looking to carry guns? That is how it began with the civil defense. When the civil defense were created, they were not armed. Then they started the agitation for to allow the civil defense to hold the guns, to take guns. They succeeded. So the civil defense are now carrying guns. So the next agency we see is the road safety. They have started the agitation and they have the backing of the National Assembly to carry guns. Even the state ones they are going to follow. They are going to follow and look for arms.
You see, let me tell you one thing, Barrister. The truth is, honestly, the West is they are so deeply involved in everything going on in Nigeria, including what bill to go to National Assembly and what bill not to go to National. I am telling you, I think the West is instrumental to this issue of arms. You see this military industrial complex. They want to make money. They just want this gun and just spread of guns or whatever, more sales. Or that is just, I bet you that this bill is not somebody a Nigerian. No, it is nobody in Nigeria. I don't think a Nigerian sincerely actually sponsored this bill, independent of any external force. Honestly, that obviously that there is an external force behind this bill. What is it meant for? Of course, to sell guns, to make money. Again, that is just the reality. To make money. It is so sad, honestly. My own problem, you've not even answered, even though you are not, it is, you two see it as something that doesn't make sense, but you did not answer my question. What will road safety do with gun? Can you? I just need the sense to be made out of this issue of gun. What will? Just can you can we think about what road safety could do with gun?
They want to shoot drivers that refuse to stop.
That's the point.
And refuse to stop.
That's the point. You see now you want to shoot. You want to shoot. You want to.
Because let me land. I have not heard any where they said road safety were here and people came and killed them. I've not heard that. We don't hear that. So the only reason they have to use gun is if they stop a driver and the driver don't want to stop, they want to open fire. That's the only reason. I don't see anything. It cannot be for self-defense. It's not for self-defense because people are not shooting at them.
Road safety issue. Is it a crime or a civil issue? For instance, road safety.
It is a civil organization and a civil issue, because if you are caught on the road without a driver's license,
Yes.
or not putting your seatbelt, or one of the violations, the penalty, you can't be arrested.
You see?
But you will be paid. The highest they will do is they can take your
Impound the car, yes.
or impound your car, or collect your driver's license or particulars and hold them until you have paid the penalty. So it is strictly a civil organization. It's a civil organization.
So you want to now arm people who are actually saddled with the responsibility of keeping at least taking care of safety on our roads. I don't get it. You are trying to protect people from dying or from getting injured or whatever. Now, and probably the person refuses to stop or refuses to adhere to you or to listen to you and chooses to do what he or she decides to do. Why will you shoot such person, for God's sake? This person, you are trying to help the person and the person said, no, don't help me. Yet you want to shoot the person. Get it?
I tell you that they are looking at videos from the US. You know, we like to copy things from the US when police stop you. But they forget
but police case
is different because guns are everywhere. Even the driver or passenger has a gun.
No,
that's different from us.
No, that's not even it. Now in the US, police don't just. The problem is what they do is, you know, the crime rate in the US is not like Nigeria. In the US, not only criminals. In Nigeria, criminals can just shoot police anyhow. They are not afraid of police. Now, but in the US, not even criminals. There are people who can just shoot police that are not criminals.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't believe you want to intimidate. You don't want to harass. They can just shoot you. So in the US, what the US police are doing in the US is quite completely a different scenario, different situation. Because first, the moment they feel threatened, that's why you see they put their hand on their, because first of all, they are psychologists. They teach them psychology. And they are intelligent officers. For God's sake, when you approach a vehicle, you approach a driver, you look at the driver facially and countenance will actually speak something, say something to you, either negative or positive. So based on what the person's countenance, either speech, either whatever utterance, based on whatever, they react based on what they receive from whoever they pull over. So their own case is a different thing, for God's sake. Nigeria, we've not had any situation where road safety was the cases where we saw road safety being beaten, physically manhandled, was the situation where the road safety they were engaged in misconduct, gross misconduct, and they disrespected road safety. They are so fond of doing that. Some of them they behave like illiterates. They don't have respect. So they disrespect some drivers and sometimes even molest them, sometimes even behave in such a reckless manner. What do you expect? They say respect is reciprocal. If you don't respect people will not respect you. So we've had situations where people I've watched on online where road safety were molested, I think on couple occasions. And which is not their fault, because if you watch the video from the beginning, you realize that it was the fault of the road safety, because they have a kind of an overbearing attitude. And so with such situation, I want to arm them to start killing people. Honestly, it's so sad.